everyone. So, this is my Q&A video. I'm really glad to answer all your questions. I've been sorting the questions in English, and I've also translated many questions that French subscribers wrote in the comment part. I wanted to share each questions that I found interesting for my English speaking subs. As you notice, I will be coloring an Eiffel Tower in this Q&A video. I asked the company called La Plume de Louise to send me an Eiffel Tower because I really found their paper Eiffel Tower very nice, and I want to thank them because they sent me this one that you can see, and so that I can color the Eiffel Tower for you while answering your questions. You will also notice that there are not so many questions as in the French version, because many questions were in French, and also because many questions in French were not concerning some very, interesting points that you will find interesting. But there are many questions that I translated in English, and I hope you will like it. After sorting all your questions, I found several pots, and I will start with the questions concerning ASMR. Then I will be talking about my life, at least things that you could find interesting. After speaking of my life, I will speak about languages and my trips in Europe and maybe in the world. I will talk about culture, about sports and fitness, and I will be finishing this video talking about music, because, as you may know, it's one of my passions. So let's start. Number 1. How and when did you discover ASMR? Well, I would say I discovered ASMR maybe more than 1 year ago. It was in a late evening, late at night actually. I was surfing on the internet, and I found a French blog called Rue 89. 89 means 89 Street. This is actually a very famous blog, and I found this article dealing with ASMR issues and showing this famous video of gentle whispering who was folding some towels, and I found it so tingly. I understood that immediately a new world was in front of me, and I just opened this door and I just found the ASMR community. It was really magical and a very good experience for me. Question 2. Why did you start an ASMR channel 1 year ago? This is actually the birthday of my channel. I'm really happy about that. And why did I start this channel? Because I think many of us, while watching ASMR videos, feel like sharing, feel like giving some tingles back. I would say you get some tingles and you want to give them back. It's not a question of I don't know. Well, I don't know. I think many people, while watching ASMR, just create a channel just for 1-2 videos, so that they can have this impression. Okay, now I gave some tingles back, and that's good. I can watch more videos. I think that was the first reason, and it grew so fast, and people were supporting me. So I decided to make another video, and a third video, and a fourth video, and well, this community around my channel, and I would say this French community, was actually growing which triggers do you think the majority of your subscribers like the most? One thing in ASMR is that a trigger is not universal at all. You will like, just like in my last video, the tapping on the pocket boxes. But on the other hand, there are many people who won't like it. They will find it quite stressful. And I think it depends on what you like. And I think some of my subscribers want me to talk in English, in German, some of the ones in French. So each person has his preferences, and I think, well, you just need to consider that, well, a trigger is not universal. You need to give the subscribers what they like the most, and I think you need to share different triggers. You can't always be tapping. You need to make some crinkles. You need to talk in different languages, and I like to test things, to layer sounds, just like in the Pocky video where I layered this Pocky words, which is actually a magical world and word. Okay. Question number 4. Your ASMR channel is all about giving, for example, giving tingles, relaxation, support, and company to people. On the other hand, what do you think you received from your channel, from your own channel? I would say this is not a question of getting compliments, oh, you're lovely, oh, you're nice looking, things like that. I think I've always liked to give attention, to pay attention for people, to give my support, to help people. I think it's a question of how should I say, character? No, you don't say that. Well, I'm just such a human, who likes giving. This is the key word of my personality. And this is what I really, really like. Giving you some tingles, relaxing you. And what I also like is not only receiving, but sharing, things. For example, talking about a culture and having some people from this very culture who are explaining other things, or who are not always, how should I say? Some people want to discuss about something, and I like it. It's a question of sharing and giving. Question number 5. What are the plans for your YouTube channel? Well, this year there are many plans for my YouTube channel. I want to develop some virtual reality videos, but for that I need my new camera, because I want you to watch those videos with a Google Cardboard, or with a free fly gear, or, well, with a virtual reality gear, device. And this way you will be able to watch me. You will have the opportunity to watch my videos in 3D, but also in 360 degree, which will be another experience. And I want to let you see some places in Paris in this virtual reality videos. That's a big project, so I visited the YouTube space in Paris, and I'm thinking about having a new camera, but all the things are quite expensive, so I just need some time, and I'm always improving my devices. Well, I've been moving shortly, so I just got a new computer. I have my microphones, but I have a new audio card, and it should be sounding much better now. Well, a little bit better, I hope. Question number 6. Why are you making ASMR videos? I think the answer was already said. I said that I really like helping people, giving support and sharing things. It's all about what makes me happy, actually. Question 7. Do your close friends know that you're making ASMR videos? Well, not every friend, not every close friend know that, because I'm not hiding it, but I'm not mentioning it. I just love when my friends find my videos on random, on YouTube, and that's what one of my best friends experienced. He found my video for the exhibition at the Modern Art Museum in Paris, and at first he didn't recognize me, and he said, "Okay, I think this is Flo. Yes, it's him. Okay, well, I should ask him." And he asked me, and then we talked about ASMR, and he explained me he was sensitive to ASMR. I have other friends who are not so sensitive, but they do understand in the way we relax, the way we feel tingles. So I would say the reaction of my friends are always very positive. That's also for my mother and my sister, actually. Question number 8. How did you discover ASMR? Oh, this was already question number 1. So as I said, on Rue 89, on a blog. Question number 9. How many videos are you making every month? Well, I like making one video each week. If I have more time in the future, I will make maybe more videos, but I think one video each week, every week, is quite good. I can notice that when I upload a video, not every sub is watching it in the 2 or 3 next days. They will watch it during the week, and this is actually what I like. Question number 10. What devices do you use to make ASMR videos? I use an iMac with a music program called Logic Pro 10. I've got 2 mics, 2 microphones, Blue Kiwi, which is an American brand that I really, really love. And another mic is called Rode NT Rode NT 1000, sorry. I don't know if I apologize for my bad English, but as I said, I try my best, and this will help me improve my English, also answering your questions. Question number 11. Who's your favorite ASMR artist? Wow. I don't have any favorite. I've got many favorite ASMR artists, and I'm pretty sure I will forget some of them. Let's talk about the English-speaking ASMR artists. I'm a big fan of gentle whispering. Heather Feather, who is so smooth, so gentle, and so relaxing. There are 2 British ASMR artists that I really appreciate, who are the ASMR Gamer and Sebastian ASMR. I love Whisper Spread ASMR. I'm sure there are other artists that I like. Maybe I will talk about them in the next questions. But, well, I'm thinking about those ASMR artists first. Question 12. I discovered that you're a singer too. Why wouldn't you integrate any songs in your videos? That will be an idea, but I'm not pretty sure that a music can trigger your ASMR. I'm not pretty sure. This would be a good idea for relaxation or for a meditation video, but I'm not pretty sure that pop music would be that tingly. Question number 13. Before making ASMR videos, did you like to whisper? Well, whispering is an attitude, you're not whispering in real life. when you're buying some bread at the baker shop, or, well, when you're talking to your friends, but on the other hand, you're whispering sometimes when it's late at night and that you don't want to wake up someone. I think it's a very poetical attitude, a very artistic attitude, and I would say that I like it, I love it, and I really realized making ASMR videos that whispering was something so great. Question 14. Which question would you ask to all of your subs? That's a very good question. I would ask each of you, who are you? Because you're watching me behind the screen, and on the other side of the screen there is me. It's me, it's Flo, and I can't watch you. And sometimes when I read your comments, I just feel like, okay, how do you look like? What's your name? Can I listen to your whispers? Can I listen to your voice? And sometimes, it's a bit frustrating to read your comments and not knowing so many things about you. So my question would be, who are you? Question 15. Why do you show your face? Why shouldn't I show my face, actually? Making videos is not... ASMR videos, I mean, is not a big secret, and I find it much more natural when you can show your eyes, show your look, show your face. It's part of the... how should I say? Of the videos. It's quite important, I think, to show oneself to the other one and not hiding. Question 16. Are you sensitive to your own videos? No, I'm not sensitive to my videos. I think tingles can be created or triggered when you're watching somebody else, and it can't work while watching yourself in the mirror, So I would say it's not working at all when I watch myself, when I listen to myself. I need to watch someone else. Question 17. Have you ever thought of doing an ASMR live stream? This could be great, but I've got a little problem on my channel. I don't speak only one language, so it would be difficult. Or maybe I should mention, okay, let's make a live stream tonight, but in German, and on the other day let's make it in French. I should plan everything. I don't know if my network is so fast, my internet network, so it's something very interesting that I would like to experience, but on the other hand, there are many technical things that I should consider before making it. There are so many YouTubers who try to make a live stream, and when they launched the stream, it's not working because of the network. Question 18. How do you react when you realized how fast your channel is growing? I think I could not believe why people will follow my channel and not another one. I mean, the very first video that I made was not supposed to be... I wasn't really looking for many subs. I just did it because I wanted to give something, as I said, because I wanted to share, to give tingles back. And then you came to me, you subscribed, and a new story started. Yes, I could describe it this way. A new story started between us. The story of a French boy living in Paris and talking about his life, and other people living in Paris and sharing their experience and what they like or what they do not like, and other people living outside experiencing or talking about their culture, and that started this way, and it was so fast. After maybe 24 hours, I got maybe 100 subs. It was unbelievable, and from now on, from this day on, I would say that I have every day 100 people who are subscribing to my channel each day. It's unbelievable. So it's kind of magical. I think ASMR is some kind of magic. Question number 19. Would you be willing to give up your privacy if ASMR ends up becoming mainstream? I don't know if ASMR would become mainstream. Not every people is sensitive to ASMR. But on the other hand, well, I must confess that in France, at least, some people come to me sometimes in the street and said, okay, I think I know who you are. Are you making videos on YouTube? And I say, yes. You know, it's always a very short moment. A few questions, but I think I'm already giving up my privacy because I'm making videos on YouTube. If it ends up becoming mainstream, that would be great, I think, because ASMR can help many people, and there are many people who would need ASMR without knowing it. So I think it would be very positive. Question 20. What's your favorite trigger? Depends on the day. Yes, it depends. Sometimes I will need just a gentle whispering, or maybe a tapping sound, or sometimes a crinkle sound. It depends on the day, depends on what I need. Yes, that would be the 3 triggers that I love: crinkles, tapping, and whispering. Question 20. Do you have any suggestions to people who want to begin with an ASMR channel? Well, I would say be yourself. Think about the fact that the sound quality is all what matters. It's much more important than the visual quality. You can find some mics, binaural mics, which are not so expensive, just like the Blue Yeti, for example. But my advice would be yourself. Don't play another one that you're not. Question 21. What's your favorite video you've made and why? I don't know if I have a favorite video. That will be maybe a role play, because I need a little bit more time to make them. The haircut video was very fun to shoot, to make, and all the installation was a very big organization, not to destroy my mics. And while touching the foam, I could say this was a very relaxing way to make a video. Okay, let's talk now about my life. Question 22. What do you do on a normal day? I wake up first. I have breakfast, just like any other people, just like many people in the world, and what I try to do every day during the day is looking for what's beautiful in life, looking for the nicest things you could find around you. It's not so easy, you can make it 5 minutes, 1 hour, maybe one morning, and then you will forget how to apply this attitude in your life. But it's my key, I think, to happiness, to a positive attitude. Just look around you. Just attract all what's positive. I mean, positive people. I mean, nice things. A painting, a music. Listen to music. I listen always to music. I love music. Music is a part of my life. Yes, that would be what I do and what I try to do every day. Question 23. Do you have an inspirational quote that you live by? Well, I will mention Confucius. I don't know how you say in English. Confucius. The first one would be, everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. And as I said, you need to see beauty everywhere, in every moment of your life. Even if it's a very bad moment, a very sad moment, you can find beauty. Another quote that I really like is about your job. A quote by Confucius. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. I think it's very important that you feel happy in your job too. That you feel like being helpful. That you feel like, okay, what I'm doing in my job is useful. And my last quote would be, wherever you go with all your heart. All your heart. It's a very important attitude for me. Not for everyone, but I really need to make things with all my heart. Question number 24. How old are you? I'm a 33-year-old. This is the age of the Christ. This is a symmetrical age, 3 and 3, and I love it. Question number 25. How tall are you? I'm 6 feet tall. This would be 1 meter 82 centimeters in France. Question 26. What are your fears? Well, I know it will sound a bit crazy, but I'm afraid of heights, and I try to overcome my fear of heights. It's quite difficult. I think it's called acrophobia in English, and I always try to determine the exact triggers for and intensity of my fear of this fear of heights. Sometimes it works, to overcome it. I consider the likelihood of any actual harm resulting from the situations I fear. Being, for example, on a building, on a huge building, just like the Twin Towers. I've been on the Twin Towers many years ago, and that was a very big experience for me. I tried to overcome this fear of heights, but it was stressful. Question number 27. What made you grow the most during this year? I could not find any event during the year that made me grow in a way. The attacks in Paris on November 23rd didn't make me grow. They made me sad, but they didn't make me grow. I'm growing every day. Question 28. Let's make a Chinese portrait a metaphorical description of oneself by a comparison with various things or elements. If I were a pillow mist, I would be a fragrance mixed, how should I say, I would be a fragrance of lemon and lavender. I love this mix of the both fragrances. If I were an oil seed, I would be a pumpkin seed. If I were a taste, I would be the taste of chocolate. If I were a street of Paris, I would be la rue des Croissants, the street of croissants. Question 29. If you were a king, would you use love or terror to rule the world? I would be a very bad king, just like Ludwig II in Bavaria, hiding in my castles, dreaming all day long, listening to masterpieces of Wagner and classical music, and not thinking any second about terror and politics. Question 30. What were the best events that happened for you in 2015? Well, this would be 2 concerts that I gave. One was in that was not in Paris actually. That was the nicest one was in Thionville, in front of 20,000 people. It was a very, very big event. The other one was in Saint-Étienne, the city where I come from. And well, there was plenty of friends, my family there, and that was a very nice moment. Question 31. I can easily imagine that you're a perfectionist person. How far can go this meticulousness? I think making a video, for example, let's take this example, making an ASMR video needs to be made very I think you will need some organization. You will need to think about that. You will need on how to place the mics. You will need on you won't write any scripts, otherwise it wouldn't be so natural. But there are some background rules that you need to think about, and that's what I think being a perfectionist is quite important when you're making some contents for YouTube. Question 32. What's your job? My job? Well, I would say what are your jobs? I have plenty of jobs. I'm still studying German, but I'm already teaching it as a teacher. I'm teaching it as a teacher. Well, that was a very nice sentence. Yes, I'm already teaching it in a French college, and I also sing in a duet, in a pop duet. I'm a singer, but unfortunately I don't earn enough money to live off my music. So I'm teaching German, and I'm also learning naturopathy, and I will start my school on September. Question 33. How many cats do you have? I've got one cat. It's a girl, and she's called Lelio. Question 34. Do you like milk chocolate or dark chocolate? I love dark chocolate. Question 35. What are your projects for 2016? Well, for my YouTube channel, as I mentioned, I will upload some virtual reality contents. I've got many projects for my musical band, my musical duet, making gigs, and working on a new album. consuming. You can't really perform on stage and work on an album. You need to make it separately. Doing some sports would be quite important too. This year and the next year, maybe. The next years. Question 36. Where do you come from? What are your origins? I come from a city called Saint-Étienne. It's not so far from Lyon. Maybe you know Lyon. It's a very nice city. My origins are actually French origins. I'm not coming from Paris, but I'm coming from the western part of France called Les Charentes, and also the center, Le Cher, and La Loire, which are French regions. Question 37. Where were you educated? I was educated in a French college in Saint-Étienne. It was a public institute, a public school. Question 38. Did you learn how to get a naturopath? I didn't learn it. I'm learning it on my own. And I want to start a school the next school year on September. I'm at the moment looking for the best school where I can go. So I'm thinking about that. I really love nature and healing people with natural things, just like essential oils, as you may know. Question 39. Why do you like Paris so much? Oh, it's a difficult question. I would say it's a mixture of culture, poetical atmosphere. There is a very nice atmosphere. I don't know if you can say that in English, a flair. In German you can say a flair. And, the atmosphere is extremely nice and poetical. That's how I would define the atmosphere in Paris. I love walking in Paris. I love watching people, when you're on a terrace, having a coffee and observing how people are wandering, thinking about their life, talking to each other. I love observing human beings, actually. Especially in Paris, where people are. There's a big mixture of many people, many types, many styles also. I love going to the museums of Paris, the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, and other ones. Question 40. Do you know every place in Paris? Of course, I don't know every place in Paris. I've got some places that I really good know, but other ones that are still places that I should visit, even if Paris is not so big. Question 41. What is your favorite district in Paris? I would say the 5th arrondissement, with the Panthéon, the Henry IV lycée or school, the Luxembourg Garden, le Jardin du Luxembourg, which is my favorite park in Paris. Question 42. How do you feel in Paris? I feel very good in Paris. I love being in Paris because it makes me feel very inspired for music, for you, for ASMR videos, and for my life. There are so many beautiful things, and every day is a beautiful day. Question 43. What is your favorite museum in Paris? I've got 2 favorite museums so far. This is the Louvre, which is huge, which is really big. And this is the Orsay Museum, which was a station in the past. So the building is very nice and worth to visit. Question 44. Do you have an important dream? My dream is to perform on stage in my musical duet called Cassandre on big stages. I love singing, I love performing, I love sharing, I love, being on stage. This is my dream. I'm already living it, but I want to make it bigger and bigger, It's all about sharing, as I said. And the stage is also a way to share things and feelings and to express yourself, to express your freedom in a way. Question 45. How do you do to be always motivated? I don't know. As I said, I think you need to consider every positive part of your life, to focus on them, to try to improve them every day. Every day is an occasion to get better, to get in contact, to get in touch with other people, to communicate, to be happy, and to enjoy life. Question 46. What is the recipe for happiness? I don't believe happiness is permanent. I think there are moments of happiness. And I think if you would be happy all day long, all night long, this wouldn't be so intense. It has to be moments of happiness. They can occur every day, but you can't wake up and go to bed being happy, There must be some times where you can feel sadness, maybe hatred, because it's part of the human being. But the important thing is to focus, as I said, on positive things. To get the chance to feel this happiness the most of the day. Question 47. What is your religion? I was raised as a Christian in a Christian family. Then afterwards, maybe at the age of 10, I asked my parents what was the point of all that, because I didn't really understand who was the Christ and all my life projects connected to God, And then my faith and the fact that I feel protected by a God, I don't know how, by God or maybe by a certain God, who I wouldn't name, increased in my life as I was a teenager. And so I tried to emancipate from the Christian religion that didn't suit to my life, even if it's a very nice religion. And now I think I believe in God without needing to be part of a religious community. I'm just like, the philosophers, Leibniz or Spinoza, thinking that God is everywhere and you don't need to be in a community to feel God. I think it's very nice to be part of a community, but regarding God and faith, I just make it on my own. I just feel, okay, God is here, and maybe He's in me, outside me, and well, that's a natural things, And all the very nice texts in religions are just a kind of bibliothèque, just a kind of library, sorry, not bibliothèque. My English, sorry. Yes, all the religious texts are kind of library. You can find very nice stories, very inspiring people. And that's how I would consider religions, If people need them, they can belong to them, but I don't feel like I don't need to belong to any religion, even if I believe in God. My culture made me Christian, but this is more my origins than my own religion. Question 48. Do you have any siblings? I don't know how to say siblings, like siblings. I've got an elder sister. Question 49. What's the name of your cat? She's called Lelio. Question 50. What's your favorite restaurant? I would say there are two restaurants in Paris that I love. This would be the Jules Verne in the Eiffel Tower. This was the best experience I had in a restaurant. The second one, it would be Le Train Bleu at the station Gare de Lyon in Paris. Well, the question was, what's your favorite restaurant? I don't know if it was in Paris or in France or everywhere. And if I had to mention a third restaurant outside Paris, this would be in the Auvergne. A very, very great restaurant in the middle of the nature called, I don't remember, called Régis et Jacques Marcon in Saint-Bonnet-le-Froid. It's a very, very little village, and you need to go there. They have 4 stars at the Guide de Michelin, which is the reference, if you want to eat some good food in France. Question 51, sorry. Do you have a favorite flower type or color? I love lilies, white lilies. Question 52. What are your New Year's resolutions? I would say being more patient, making videos for you, making an album, writing songs, composing songs, and do some sports. Question 53. What is something about yourself that would surprise most people? Well, I would say I'm very good at imitating people, and when I meet my friends, I'm always imitating them or other people, and I love that. Question 54. What do you do in your free time? I read a lot. I do some sport. I play the piano. I compose my music. I make videos for you. I wander in the streets of Paris. I eat some good food. I sometimes eat some chocolate and other treats that I love. I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about how I could help more people. I'm thinking how to make the world better. I try to be positive. I watch people. I listen to people. I let my mind get inspired. Well, it's a big issue. Question 55. What are some of your passions? For instance, reading. Yes, reading is one of my passions. Writing, but not writing a book. Writing texts for a song. Environmental causes, of course, just like WWF or Greenpeace. I'm a member of Greenpeace. I love how they're campaigning on worldwide issues such as climate change, deforestation, overfishing, genetic engineering or anti-nuclear issues, commercial whaling too. So, I'm a member. Question 55. No, 56. What is your favorite kind of sandwich? This is a sandwich in a French bakery called Paul, and it's poulet pavot. There is some chicken. I don't often eat some meat. I don't like it so much, but it's a very good mixture of vegetables and chicken in a very tasty bread. Pavot poulet. Question 57. Do you dream in different languages? Well, I've been living 1 year in Germany, and I was actually dreaming in German. I think it depends on the place where I'm living. When I'm on holidays in another country, it's possible that I dream in another language than the French language. Question 58. What's your lucky number? I would say this is 13. I love this number, 13. It's my lucky number. Question 59. What's your favorite food? I would say this is not the most raffinate food, but the dishes my grandma was cooking, just like a French puree, which are smashed potatoes, or she put many spices, and it was so tasty. Or zucchinis, or couscous. My other grandma prepared very, very good couscous, and I tried to make it, to cook it, but it's very difficult. There are so many steps to follow, and so far I did not manage to make a very well. I think my couscous is quite tasty, but not so tasty as the one of my grandma. Question 60. What's your favorite chocolate? Well, there are many chocolates, but I will mention the one from the city where I come from, and which is very good. It's Chocolat Weiss, W-E-I-S-S. Question 61, sorry. How did you get the small scar near the right corner of your mouth? Well, I don't have any memory of that, but my parents explained to me that as a child I was playing with my sister in Auvergne in the wood, and when you're surrounded by trees, you need to protect your face from whipping branches, and I did not notice a branch, and I got a little injury, a little wound, and well, it was not so serious, but I got this scar. The nature gave me its violent caress. Question 62. If you had to give up either ASMR or chocolate, which one would you choose? Oh, I wouldn't give up ASMR. This is a big part of my life. Question 63. What was your favorite hobby as a teenager? I loved going to the swimming pool. I loved swimming. It was a very big hobby. Question 64. Do you have a doppelganger? Doppelganger, it's a German word. Yes, I've got one doppelganger. It's the other person singing in the musical duet called Cassandre. And this is actually my best friend. It's really kind of doppelganger. We really have the same way of reacting in life, and we have the same way considering what's beautiful in life, what's beautiful in art, and that's why we're creating together. When we're in a museum, we just stop in front of the same painting, thinking how fabulous this painting is. That's what I would call a doppelganger. Question 65. What's your favorite cake? This is actually a carrot cake. I love it. I can't really cook a good carrot cake, but I like to eat it very often. Question 66. If you could change the color of your eyes, would you? If so, which color? Well, I wouldn't change the color of my eyes. They are very dark. And maybe for one day I would have green eyes, but I think it wouldn't suit my face. So I would keep my color, my eye color. Let's talk now about languages and trips. Question 67. Can you tell us what are your next trip destinations? I'm not sure if I'm gonna go very far next summer or this year. I'm planning to go to Japan in maybe 1 year. I would say, yes, maybe in 2017. My next trip destinations will be the south of France, maybe Montpellier, maybe Strasbourg, also in Alsace. Maybe Germany. I love going to Germany. Let's see. Question 68. If you had to leave Paris, where would you go? I would go to Berlin. Berlin is a very inspiring city. Yes, I would need to live there maybe 2 or 3 years. And I think I will go to Spain too, because I want to talk Spanish fluently. And I need to live there. Question 69. How did you learn German? I started learning German. Well, this is actually associated with the 17th question. How did you learn English? I learned English the same way as German. I studied it at school at the age of 12 or 11. Well, and then I loved really learning languages. And after I graduated, I went 1 year in Germany so that I could improve my German. And I learned English watching movies, original versions with subtitles, sometimes without subtitles. And yes, I didn't really live in England or in an English-speaking country. I'd love to, actually. Question 71. Can you tell your Chinese subs Happy New Year? 新年快乐. I don't know if it was correct. Question 72. Do you have still any pen friend abroad? I do have a very good friend, a girl living in Germany, who was my first big love, I would say. And we always wrote many letters and sent many emails. And I'm still in contact with her. She is living in Germany, and that's why I also love the German language. And we are still in contact, and that's all the pen friend that I have. Question 73. Which cities do you already travel to? Or there are many cities I travel to, essentially in Europe. Maybe I should do a special video for that. There would be London, Barcelona, Rome, Florence, Venice, Zagreb, Ljubljana, Budapest, Vienna, Berlin, Brussels, Strasbourg, New York City, discover Japan at the moment. Maybe Cambodia too, or Laos, or Thailand. I feel pretty much attracted by all the Asian countries. I'd love to go to Russia, to Moscow and St. Petersburg. I'd love to go to California. I visited the eastern coast of the States, but I love to discover the western coast. Question 75. Do you want to learn another language? I love to learn Spanish to speak it fluently. I love to learn Japanese. And I'd love to learn Russian, which might be very difficult, I think. Question 76. What method did you use to learn your languages? I think you need to get in touch with people talking this language as a mother tongue. Write them emails, communicate, fall in love, find friends, communicate. Communication, that is the key word of learning a language. Question 77. What is your favorite city in the world? Oh, wow. Don't take me for pretentious. I would say Paris is my favorite city, but I'm living in Paris, so I will mention London, New York City, and Berlin. Question 78. What is your favorite city in Germany? I'd say Berlin. I went very often in the south of Germany, in Stuttgart and in Munich, and both cities are very fun, very great. Munich is very nice, actually. Question 79. What has been one of the most beautiful places that you have traveled to? I went in Bavaria to Neuschwanstein, which is a wonderful castle built in the 19th century by King Ludwig II, and it was really, really nice. It inspired Walt Disney, for his castle, the Sleeping Beauty's castle. And, well, this was really the most beautiful place I saw, with the clouds just above the castle, built on a rock, the forest around. Question 80. Is French harder to learn than any other languages? I don't know. I think it's not the most logical language to learn. I'd rather teach German than French because it's more logical. But it might be difficult, but I think you can manage to learn it. It's not the most difficult language, actually. Not so difficult as Russian or as Chinese, which is a tonal tongue. Question 81. If you could go to outer space, would you? And if so, what are 2 things you would bring with you? Of course, I would love to go out to outer space, and I think I would bring with me a notebook to write down each kind of things I want to remember, and a musical instrument, a little piano to make melodies, to play the piano, or any application on my iPhone to make music, because I feel very sad if I can't make any music in my life. It's just like breathing. I need to sing, I need to make music. Otherwise, I'm dead. I need to make ASMR videos. I need to work on the sounds because it's what I like the most. Question 82. Have you ever been to New York City? I went twice to New York City. Once with my parents in 1998. And that's when I went to the Twin Towers, on the Twin Towers. It was very nice, but I was a little, well, not a little boy, but a teenager, and I went another time to New York City 2 years ago, and I was Airbnb in Williamsburg, and I discovered other things, other atmospheres. And I really enjoyed New York City. It's a very nice city. Question 83. If you had to live outside Europe, where would you go? Where would you move? I would go to New York City because it's a city where I feel very good. But as a tourist, if I would live there, I don't know how it would feel. Question 84. Can you tell us a few words in Japanese? Of course. Tasukete. Tomodachi. Ai. Okane. Sayonara. Mondai arimasen. Kyo. Do itashimashite. Question number 85. Have you ever been to Spain? Well, I went with my parents as a child. I don't know where exactly. But shortly I went to Barcelona. It was a very festive atmosphere. People making parties in the streets. I think it was the last day of school, in June. I loved eating tapas, and I loved the climate Actually, it's much better than in Paris. Question 86. Can you speak Spanish? Yes, I can, but only, not fluently. Hola, me llamo Flo y me gusta hacer ASMR videos para tú. Voy a practicar un poco porque no puedo hablar más, solo frases como esas frases, pero no estoy hablando muy bien. Pregunta 87. Question 87. Have you ever visited California? Would you like to someday? I'd love to go to California. I've never been there. It's a big dream too. And the question is when? Question 88. What words do you find interesting to pronounce in English? Oh, chocolate. I love this word. Which one? That would be the first I'm thinking about, but there might be many other ones. Let's talk about culture. What's your favorite movie? My favorite movie would be the ones of Robert Zemeckis, just like Back to the Future, Forrest Gump. Death Becomes Her. It's always dealing about time. How you can change, how your body change throughout time. It's talking about destiny and the choices you need to make in life. So that would be one of the directors I would mention, but there are also other movies, of course. Question 90. What are your favorite TV series? I don't have so much time to watch TV series. Well, I saw Desperate Housewives. I saw X-Files. Heroes. Orange is the New Black. And that's it. I love to watch Breaking Bad, but I don't have so much time. I think it will be a great series. Question 91. Do you have any favorite YouTubers? I would ask you to please write down in the comment part each YouTuber you really like and that I should subscribe to, because I don't know so many YouTubers, maybe some French ones, some German ones, but you can help me to find very good YouTubers. Question 92. Do Do you like science, astronomy, and psychology? I'm not so... I don't like so much science, but I love reading scientific texts which explains how the world is going, how the world is working. That's, I think, related to my interest to understand the world, the way it's working actually. Astronomy, I love it. And psychology, I would say yes, I like psychology. I think it's a very good field which can help understand how ASMR is working. Question 93. Do you belong to Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin? I am Slytherin, and I like it. Question 94. What is your favorite painting? Oh, I've got so many paintings I love. That would be The Kiss by Gustav Klimt. That would be paintings from by David, just like well, let's mention Jericho, Le Radeau de la Méduse, and Delacroix also, with La liberté guidant le peuple, liberty guiding the people. I don't know what's the title of this painting. It was the cover of an album of Coldplay. I'm sure you know it. What else? I'm thinking about David's painting, for example, the coronation of Napoleon. Question 95. Do you prefer the French or the German Romanticism? I would say that I like both. I really love French literature concerning Romanticism, and I love the paintings and the music of the French and German Romanticism, just like David Friedrich, Jericho, Delacroix. And let's talk about my favorite books. Question 96. What are your 3 favorite books? I will quote Victor Hugo's Les Misérables and Notre Dame de Paris. And I will mention Michel Tournier with Le Roi des Aulnes, The Owl King, which is my favorite book. Question 97. You like reading books? Do you also like writing? I do, but I'm writing song texts at the moment, not romance. Question 98. Do you play video games? I do, but I don't have so much time, so I play a bit on my 3DS. Just like Professor Layton, Mario Kart. What else? Yes, not so many games actually, but I really do love Professor Layton. Question 99. Do you have any guilty reading pleasure? I'm not pretty sure if I have any guilty reading pleasure. I love everything I'm reading, and I don't feel guilty reading it. Maybe if I'm thinking about it, I will find it, but it's quite difficult. Question 100. Who is your favorite actor? Oh, it's a big... I don't know. I would say I like the work of Gaspard Ulliel. I also like the work of Tom Cruise. Not every movie, but I think he's a very good actor. I love Dustin Hoffman. There would be more person, but that would be the voice. I love her voice. In the movie, her, where she is an artificial intelligence, and I love the voice of Scarlett Johansson. Question 101. What do you think about gay wedding? I think it's a very good point to let people choose about their life, make the right decision about their life. And if two boys are loving each other and want to marry, if two girls feel they have to share their lives, to be together all their life, well, let them do what they want. If they want to marry, I think freedom is something we need, and it's a very, very good point. And I don't like it talking about what people are allowed to do or not. I think we shouldn't always think about what people may do in their private life, because it's their life and not ours. Question 102. If you had a Delorean time machine, when and where would you go to? I would go to the 19th century, and I would try to meet some famous writers like Victor Hugo, composers like Debussy, Chopin, Wagner. Well, I don't know if I would meet Wagner. He was not so a very good human being. I like his work, but he's not famous for his great character. I would go to Vienna and meet Sigmund Freud, and talk about him about ASMR. Okay, I think I'm finished with culture. Let's talk about sport and fitness. Question 103. What kind of sport do you practice? I go swimming sometimes, not very often. It's not very regular, but I do some sport at home. I do the Lafay method, which is a French method. I'm thinking about going to a fitness center this year, so I'm making a whole new program to feel fit and healthy. Question 104. Do you practice meditation? I love meditating. I'm not doing it every day, but I need to make it every week, at least once or twice a week, to feel energized, to feel better in a way, and conscious of what's happening at present. So meditation helps me to focus, on things which are happening at present. When I was talking about considering what is beautiful in your life, meditation can help to help your mind to get rid of your tensions and your stress, and then the mind is much more able to focus on things you want him to focus on. Question 105. How often do you do some sports? It depends. Sometimes 3 times a week, 4 times a week, sometimes twice a week. It depends on the time I have, but it's very important for me to practice some sport. The last point will be about music and my pop duet, Cassandre. Question 106. What are your favorite music groups? I love listening to pop, electronic pop, new wave, just like Depeche Mode, Visage, Eurythmics, orchestral maneuver in the dark, more actual groups like Hertz, like Thomas Azier. I really like the mix of pop and this urban culture who is mixed in the actual pop. Question 107. What are your favorite songs and why? My favorite song is one of a famous French singer called Barbara. It's called childhood, mon enfance. I love listening to this song. Question 108. I discovered that you're singing. Is it a passion? Yes, it's a big passion. I love singing. As I said, I will stop singing when I'm dead. It's just like breathing. I can help. I cannot help. Singing, it's really something that I love. Question number 109 and 9. Do you have any plans for Cassandra in 2016? Cassandra is actually my musical, my pop duet. We released an album last year in a label, a major called Warner Music, and we will start the work on a second album. We had many gigs, many concerts in 2015, and now we want to focus on a new album. We will work on it, and that's why we're writing texts and composing new melodies. Question 110. What is your favorite kind of music? As I said, it would be some pop, electro pop. Yes. Question 111. Where can we see you singing? You can find me on my second YouTube channel called Cassandra Music. And you will find some music videos that I made for my last album and maybe some elder things and covers. Question 112. Can you tell us a bit about your background in music? Well, as I said, I founded a duet about 10 years ago with my best friend. As we met, we had common friends at the university, and we had the same musical tastes in a way. We listened to the same kind of music, and Pierre was already writing text and composing music, and I tried to, write with him some lyrics and to compose with him, and it worked. We started making little concerts. Then we tried a chance in Paris. We found a manager. We proposed on a website to get some money to produce an album, and within 4 days we got something like 100,000 euros. It was very, very fast. I think it's the record of this site, major company. If you know, you won't know them, but we have in this labor Irma, which made the music of Google, you know. Grégoire, who is a famous French singer, or at the moment we have Shake, Go, with a very famous song. Question 113. Do you play any instrument? I do. I play the piano, and I love it. I didn't really learn how to play it. I'm listening to a melody, and I try to play it first on a keyboard or on a piano. Question 114. This is the last question. What's your vocal range? I am a tenor, like many pop singer actually. So that's it. I hope you liked listening to me answering questions. As you may notice, my English is far from being perfect, but I hope that you've understood everything I said. I hope this was relaxing. I wish you a pleasant day, a pleasant night. If it's night, I wish you sweet dreams, to have sweet dreams. See you very soon.